Hello everyone, I'm Risha Ramadanti and this is the video for my General English final exam. I'm going to pick 4 questions and the first question is, why do you think the foreigner find this cultural event or culinary interesting? I'm going to answer this from the culinary aspect. Indonesian culinary is incredibly interesting to foreigners because it is one of the most diverse and vibrant food cultures in the world. Every region in Indonesia has its own traditional dishes, ingredients, and cooking techniques, which creates an amazing variety of flavors. We have salty dishes, sweet snacks, spicy street food, and even sour or fermented ingredients, and they all coexist beautifully in our everyday meals. I think what makes Indonesian food truly unique is the balance of the taste and the way the spices are layered. Because many dishes require long preparation, slow cooking, or even traditional method that preserve the authenticity of its flavors. For example, some foods must be cooked using clay stove or wrapped in banana leaves because modern tool might change the aroma or texture. This combination of bold flavors, rich spices, and traditional cooking processes is something that foreigners usually don't experience in their own countries. That's why Indonesian culinary feels not only delicious but also cultural, memorable, and full of character. Second question is, what is my favorite Indonesian tradition? My top 3 favorite Indonesian traditions are celebrating everything with food, respect to older people, and taking off your shoes before entering the house. First, I really love how Indonesians use food as the symbol of togetherness, whether it's a small achievement, a birthday, or even a random gathering, we always share food with family and friends. I think this tradition shows warmth and hospitality, and it helps maintain the strong social bonds in the community. Second, respect for elders is one of the strongest values in Indonesia. We speak politely, use softer gestures, and pay attention to body language when we interact with elders. I believe this tradition teaches us humility and empathy, which are important in any culture. And lastly, taking off your shoes before entering house is something really simple but also meaningful. It reflects cleanliness, respect to the homeowner, and the idea that a home is a sacred and comfortable space. These 3 traditions might look ordinary, but for me, they represent Indonesian culture, warm, polite, and always connected to the community. Next question is, can you describe a traditional celebration, Lebaran or Nyepi or etc.? Okay, so I'm going to describe Lebaran. Lebaran in Indonesia is one of the most meaningful and joyful celebration of the year. It begins with the Eid prayer in the morning, where the Muslims gather in the mosques or open fields to worship together. After that, families start visiting each other in a tradition called silaturahmi, which is a moment to strengthen relationship and reconnect. One of the most important part of Lebaran is asking forgiveness from parents, relatives, and friends. These create a very emotional and sincere atmosphere because everyone tries to start fresh with a clean heart. And don't forget about the food, because food is also a big highlight of Lebaran. Children also receive THR or small envelopes of money, which is a very exciting part. Another unique thing from Lebaran in Indonesia is mudik, when millions of people travel back to their hometown to celebrate Lebaran. This shows how strong the togetherness in Indonesia culture. Overall, Lebaran is not only a religious celebration, it also a cultural tradition filled with gratitude, family, and unity. And the last question is, if I had to introduce Indonesian culture to a foreign friend, I would highlight how welcoming, warm, and community-oriented Indonesian people are. Indonesians are naturally friendly to new people. We enjoy greeting guests, helping strangers, and making others feel included. Even when we meet someone for the first time, we often treat them like a friend. This creates a comfortable social environment for foreigners. And finally, I would highlight our diversity. Indonesia has hundreds of ethnic groups, languages, and traditions, and yet we live side by side with tolerance and respect. These make Indonesian culture rich, colorful, and inspiring. It shows that differences can coexist harmoniously. I believe foreign friends would appreciate the warmth, openness, and diversity that represent the heart of Indonesia. And thank you.